I mean, if she did die, what would you say? Oh, she died 10 years ago? You wouldn't do that, right? So you would fake her death in some way. Welcome to another episode of RATz, Random Ass Thoughts with Kate, where we unprofessionally discuss absolutely nothing of value to anyone. And if you finish a whole episode and wonder, what the hell did I just listen to? Then we've done our jobs.
All right.
Hello. We are back again.
For episode 8.
8?
It feels both like episode 2 and episode 100 at the same time.
Does it really? No, it feels like, wow, we're 8 episodes in. That's kind of cool.
No, it feels, but what I'm saying is like, it feels cool. It feels like we've been doing this for like ever.
Yeah.
And it also feels like we just started. So it's like,
right. I heard
both at the same time.
I heard it as like 100. Oh my God, we got to do this again. Everything 100 feels like a chore, you know?
Really?
But I got you.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. No. I was just thinking like, it just feels like we've been doing this. Like it feels pretty natural. So it's like, oh, okay.
I mean, we've been doing this.
We've been doing this. We've been here. We've been here. All right. Let's get into it.
Get into it. Number 14.
Oh, 14.
Okay.
That was actually my favorite. That was actually my second favorite number and my number in high school. Sports number
really?
in high school.
What's your first number?
7.
Okay, so 7 times 2.
Right.
It's 14. I know that math. All right. Opossums and their recent rebrand.
This is how we know you wrote all these. Like, all right, explain.
Okay, so you know opossums.
Personally, no, but I've heard of them.
Right, so they look like giant rats, right? But scarier because they got like the teeth. But I feel like 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago, this meme popped up that was like, don't kill opossums, or like, don't shoo opossums because they're actually really kind animals. Like, I don't think that they carry rabies and they eat ticks, so they are good for Lyme disease, preventing Lyme disease. And so I feel like now we have a lot of opossums in our yard.
Oh, wow.
Now I'm very much like, poor opossums, they're so cute, you know? So I was just thinking about like, how does that happen? Like, who is in charge of this opossum rebrand? Because I feel like I'm not the only one.
I feel like, you're kind of, it's almost like our podcast, right? Like, you know, once we exit the 10 listener range and we get into the, the 10,000 listener range, maybe rats will be a lot cuter, you know? And people will be like, now they're cute.
We'll get people sending in pictures of rats. Just
Exactly. You know, so I don't know. I think one of the reasons this is difficult for me is because I don't remember ever thinking of opossums.
But what
in a negative way. So.
Oh, you don't? You've never.
No.
What did you think about them as? Just like.
Nothing. Like I remember growing up.
I don't think about opossums, Kate.
I don't think about opossums. I'm sorry. I know that you think about opossums, and I know that you take about 2 to 3 minutes a day to just sit and think about opossums.
Literally.
But we growing up, we used to have them in the yard. They would go through the yard.
Were you scared of them? Was it like beware of the opossum, or no? It was just like
no, it was like, oh, that's something cool. So I would like go look at it. But it was, a lot of times at night, so you wouldn't get a good look at it, and it was like something cool, So now when I catch one on the camera, it's like, oh, that's cool.
I think they're
so
scary.
I never had a negative. Really?
I mean, they look scary, right? Like they look scary. They look dirty. They always look like they're having a rough day. Don't you feel? I've never seen an opossum and been like, you are a thriving animal. Like they always seem like they are having a rough day.
I don't know. I need to find out, first of all, how many opossums you have in your yard. Second of all, how close are you getting to these opossums?
No, I'm
Because
not
all
getting
I'm
close.
seeing is
But
this like oval body running across the yard, and
but
you're over
even
here like facial features
no,
and
but
stuff.
even if you see them on like Instagram or they like pop up on your feed, they don't look good.
Yeah, we have different algorithms. We have very different algorithms.
Well, you're gonna start seeing them now more and more.
Right,
Also,
exactly.
symbolism, like spiritual symbolism, like what is the animal trying to tell you? They're good signs too. Like if you see an opossum, you know how some people do that stuff where they're like, oh, a bird, what is it trying to say? Right? So when you see an opossum, it's good. It's a sign that you're like on the right path and all this stuff. So, I mean, even in that way, I feel like they are having a rebrand.
So maybe the opossum, the reason that he looks so angry is because they're like, man, they're working. They have to go past people who are on the right path.
Like,
and they're like, damn it, I got to do 3 more houses after this. And then I got to go home. I got to clean up, feed these damn kids.
Literally. And they have a lot. And the kids, have you ever seen how the kids like hold on to the mom? It's like parasites. Well,
I mean, that's kind of an appropriate term for kids, really, in general, I think.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say it's not much different than my child that literally just refused to let go of me just now.
Right. So, yeah, I don't think
it's just I have one, right? Like if I had 4, I'm assuming
you have
that
2.
they'd all be like,
you have 2, Kate. You have 2 kids. No, I'm just saying you have 2 kids.
Technically, then I would have 3. But I'm saying like...
Okay. 3 kids.
I mean...
Yes.
At the same time, like quadruplets.
Okay.
They
I
would
thought
all
you just
be
like
hang on me. No.
You just rotate. You're like, oh, I have 1 today. Tomorrow I might have 3 again.
No, I mean like I have 1 baby. That's it.
Right.
I have one baby, and then I have 2 bigger ones.
Big babies, yeah.
Yeah. But if I had quadruplets or twins, they'd be like, just like the way the opossum carries their kids. We have a family. We have a family of opossums.
Yeah, and you're over here, talking about how they look rough and they don't look like they have it together. I'm sorry, they have like 5 kids and a job to do. Wait a second.
That kind of looks like me. That's why I recognize it.
And that's why you're like
having a tough day.
You're having a tough day. Yeah, you got 3 or 4 more houses to go for people who are on the right path. You got 5 kids on your back. You're barely getting paid for this shit.
Right.
Like, you're having a rough time.
And you have like no defense mechanism. Like your defense mechanism as an opossum is to play dead.
That is, that,
like you look vicious and disgusting, yet you can't even, you're not even allowed to.
I think that's kind of in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? I mean, if some opossum thought that opossum looked cute. It's got babies.
That's true. So that was just on my mind of like, how does that work? How do you go from being such a interpreted as I always thought they were vicious. And then after I saw that meme, I'm like, wait, they're actually good. You should keep them in the yard. You shouldn't shoo them away. You should actually promote for them to live in your space.
Yeah, well, it could be. So I follow I think she's a zoologist or something. No, I think it's more specific than that. But anyway, so she works with a lot of different animals. So she'll post stuff about animals and stuff. And, I think like once people start to learn, oh, maybe this animal isn't what we think it is, then, then the memes come out. And then you remember the honey badger ones? The honey, it's like honey badger don't give an F.
No.
You never seen that?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Again, different algorithms here.
Seriously. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This was a lot. Like, so the honey badger, I don't know if you're familiar with the honey badger, but I actually named my investment company after honey badger.
Okay.
And the honey badger is like this absolute, like, you can't kill it. You just can't kill it. Like, he just doesn't care. We'll fight a snake. We'll fight, like, get bit by a snake, pass out for a couple hours, wake back up, and finish eating him. Like,
wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, and they're like they can figure stuff out. Like, so you saw this one video where this honey badger was in this containment wall with like concrete and everything. and it was not at a zoo, but like a conservatory, something like that.
Yeah.
And like the honey badger would move. There was a rake left inside, and like move the rake against it, and move some mud,
like...
so he could climb up, and like moved like balls of mud, so he could climb up and out of the thing. So he's like can figure anything out, and
they're like the land octopus.
Yeah, well, like. Okay, yeah, kind of being smart.
Because octopus are smart too.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you meant like the honey badger was like holding onto the rake, being like, "Let me out, let me," because that's also their persona. It's like they always portray honey badgers as like old grumpy men.
Oh, really? Yeah,
in cartoons.
No, this one. I don't know what cartoon has a honey badger in it.
Maybe it's just like in my mind. No, I think that there's a couple of cartoons with honey badger. I'm gonna look it up. Like the movie where they go like Abigail. They look for Abigail.
What?
That has a honey badger.
Like I'm used to talking to you, and I'm used to assuming that 2 out of 3 things that you say are made up.
No. The Land Before Time.
But this is very specific.
The Land Before Time.
There was a honey badger in the Land Before Time?
The Land Before Time has
dinosaurs. Hold on.
The one where it's, a truck with gas falls over. Do you not know this movie? It's a movie. A truck with gas falls over, and then the poisonous gas goes all around the forest, and they all have to run away. And then they go like looking for Abigail because you don't know? Here, Abigail Forest Creatures. This is you've seen this movie.
Okay. I
like I know. You've seen it. I don't know. You might not have seen it. Once Upon a Forest.
Never heard of it, no.
And look at this. Isn't this a honey badger?
I can't see your computer. You say look at this.
Maybe it's a skunk. Hold on. Hold it. Honey badger.
This entire conversation went like off the rails with a cartoon that isn't. Oh wait, no, that was a news story.
I think that's a skunk. Never mind. Well, we were close. I'm gonna look it up because I do think that I feel like there is a honey badger.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure somewhere.
This is a honey badger. Hold on. Can I? Okay. Will it work?
I don't know. Try.
Hold on. Here.
Okay. Let's see.
Can you see it? Is it showing?
Kinda. Are you sure that's a honey badger, or is that a mole?
Maybe I'm showing you the wrong one. It's dark. There has to be a different way to do it.
It looks like a mole.
No.
It really looks like a mole.
No, there's a honey badger. I'm gonna find that picture, and you're gonna see, and it's a honey badger. And
okay, you know what?
Grumpy.
You know what? Post it on Instagram.
Yes.
To prove that there are honey badgers.
Is this a honey badger or what?
Yeah. Okay. So we will, and I will post the honey badger meme that I was
yes, please.
Talking,
and then
because mine also exists. So there's that.
And your investment company, is it Honey Badger or Money Badger?
No. Oh, that's funny.
That's good, right? See?
No, I like that.
You're like, wait, let's change the name.
Like, oh, damn it. Missed opportunity.
Consult with me next time. No, I'm just kidding.
Seriously, I should. So hold on. Where did we start?
Where were we? Honey badger.
No. See, that's the thing.
Look at the honey badger just took over our brains.
The honey badger. Yeah, it did. That's what it does.
That's what it does. That's what it do.
That's what it do. That's what the honey badger do.
Opossums and their recent rebrand. I think we're good.
The rebrand. Okay, yeah, there you go. Well,
yeah.
And then we ended up with honey badger.
Honey badger story.
And cartoons that don't exist.
I'm pretty sure they do. I will let you know.
We will end this debate on Instagram.
Yes, we will.
After some research.
I'm pretty sure it's a honey badger, but I'll research it and I'll post it.
Okay. All right. So, would you rather?
Do you have one? Did someone submit anything?
Yes. So you saw that, huh? Yeah.
I did. I was like, cheating.
So I had
cheating.
to. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm cheating. You went through your daughter's room to find a box from the game. Would you rather? That's not cheating.
I honestly didn't know she had that. But
that sounded so
time,
guilty. I believe you. I believe you, but it sounded so guilty.
But honestly, this whole time, did you think I was just making up would you rathers?
Yes.
No, because I'm on a website called 250 Would You Rathers.
That's not really outlandish for me to think that you were making this stuff up. I mean, your mind works in some super creative ways.
Look, if I were the one that would figure out Would You Rathers, they would not.
Well, now it makes a lot more sense why you never knew the rules for your own Would You Rather. Like, I was just like, this is your Would You Rather. What do you mean you don't know? That makes a lot more sense. We have uncovered
You're like, how
something
come
after 8 episodes.
No, because if I would do a Would You Rather, they would be really somber. They would go all the way to the end, and we don't want to do that, you know? trying to keep it somewhat.
We're not trying to go to that part of your brain. We'll stay in the center, the nice, mushy, friendly part.
Exactly. Do you have one?
So
you first.
So yeah, I put it out to Instagram, and this one I had to pick this one because she said I could shout her out, but her name is Iwana, but her last name is Rat. Now she's not American, obviously. I forgot what
I thought we were gonna say she's not a rat.
No, she's not a rat. She's not a rat. She's a person. But what's funny is I actually met her when we were in Nice. She was going through Nice, and she recognized me from Bad Yogi, but she submitted one. And when I saw her name, I didn't know her last name, and I really don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. I know that it's probably not rat, but it's spelled R-A-T.
I mean,
so
what else could it be?
I don't know, but it was just too appropriate. So hers was, would you rather eat bland food for the rest of your life, but it's healthy? Oh, it's good for you. Or the tasty food, but it's not healthy for you whatsoever. So, imagine the consequences.
I mean, I will take the consequences all day. All day.
So yours is unhealthy.
People eat mac and cheese every single day. There's people out there who eat mac and cheese for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay. And they're somewhat okay. Like, I think that, they're not dying
from a medical standpoint. Wow, your standard is really low. Yeah. You're like, listen, I could make it to 12.
They're at least making it to adulthood and like maybe to like your 50s. If I'm gonna choose, if it's like, see, I can never just stick with my answer.
No, that's your answer. You said right away. There was no hesitation whatsoever.
But I'm being realistically, would I do that?
I don't know.
In my imagination, I'm like, for sure. Like, what is considered unhealthy? Like sushi.
Oh, here
sushi
we go.
could be healthy.
No. We're talking. It tastes good, but it's like it's all like burgers and fries and
okay. But the difference would be like
it's not taste good and healthy. It's either like bland and healthy, like super bland.
So the bland will never taste. The healthy would never taste good.
No, it'll never taste good.
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
absolutely. Bland. I'm done. Yes.
Okay.
Better give me the good food. No.
Right, or the other stuff, but it's like it's all like
that's fine.
Super grease, all that kind of stuff.
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, that's fine. It tastes good. Look, listen. I will have died knowing that I've had good food. You know what I mean? Like, right. I think that it would be so sad to die not having bland food. No, I can't do it.
What if you couldn't taste? If you couldn't taste at all, it wouldn't matter, right?
If I couldn't taste at all and it's healthy, or I could taste and it's unhealthy, then I'd still pick taste.
Okay. Because
I would much rather live a shorter life
Right.
than live long and just have bland food.
Okay.
Like, actually, just the thought of that pisses me off. Like, how I'd be so upset.
Why are you so...
Like, this is a waste of a life. That would be a waste of a life.
It would be if food were the only thing in a life.
I mean, what good would it be? Like, I wouldn't want to do anything.
I remind
depressed.
you of your 3 children, Kate.
They would
like,
understand.
What else is there? There is nothing that I can think of.
They would say, I would, from day one, I would tell them, look, listen, I want you to know when I die that you know that I have lived. You know what I mean? Like, I've lived. You always choose the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Like, you've lived.
Yeah.
She enjoyed her meals.
She enjoyed that's the headstone shoot. Kate, she enjoyed her meals.
I'm fine with that. I am totally
you
fine
should
with
change
that.
your Instagram profile to that.
Enjoys her meals.
Yeah,
I enjoy my meals.
Yeah.
Because not even like one meal that would be good. Not saying like, okay, 6 days out of the week it's bland, and then one day where it's good. It's like it's all bland.
Right. Yeah.
Nope. Absolutely not.
I just love how fired up you get about this. It's like
because
you're annoyed at the fact that this would you rather even exists.
How dare you? You know, like I feel like food is truly the best thing in the world. Done. It's the best thing.
Well, then we've definitely hit on one that was for you.
Because you need it, right?
Yeah.
You need it to survive. Like, without food, you'd be dead.
Right. True. Yes.
Like, there's no going around eating.
Yeah.
And there's no going around having food.
Also,
so it's like
breathing.
But without food, you can't breathe. You know what I mean? You can't just
You need to breathe before you eat food.
But you can't sustain that breath without eating.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And even just water alone won't sustain a person. So if you're going to, there's no way around, then you better make sure that it tastes good.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if you're telling me that I can't have that, then you might as well just kill me now. Okay. It's done. You know? Absolutely not. No. Mm-mm.
Wow, I did not know that this would be so triggering for you. I really thought this was going to be super light. Kate's like, okay, let me sit down for a second. Let me explain something to you.
Let's go. So what do you want to know about food? What? Yeah, no, I would totally pick. Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Right.
And what's the amount of years? What's the difference?
What do you mean?
Like 10 years, 5 years? Like if I choose the
I
healthy version,
don't know.
how much
That's
longer am I living?
I don't know. That's up in the air.
I might die at the same time.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm willing to take that risk. Matter of fact, I'm craving some chicken wings right now.
You know what? Shut off this podcast. I got somewhere to be. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A.
I mean, Chick-fil-A is healthy. What are you talking about? Chick-fil-A is like they rebranded. That's like the healthy version of what fast food is. No, if you're going to go with the fast food, it's either KFC. I mean, I do that. Like, I'll go get me a family bucket of KFC chicken. Twice a year.
Oh, okay. You said twice a year. You made this sound like you were listen, like, once a week, I need my bucket of chicken.
No. Twice. Like sometimes 3 times, 4 times a year, but like, you know, I try to at least meet my quota of 2. And I call my family. I'm like, hey, anybody want some KFC? And everyone's like, no. I'm like, okay, still coming home with the bucket.
And if they had said yes, then you were coming home with 2. So
yes, for sure. Absolutely. No, I love that's like the bottom of the barrel junk food.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you think of anything worse than KFC? No. I
mean, it's tough. Yeah. Probably not on the mass market. No.
Yeah. I don't even think they have salad. Like, I think
they're like, listen, who are we kidding, right? We don't we know our customers do not want salad right now.
You're
Like, you
like, we
don't
got
come
the
to KFC to
coleslaw.
be like, oh,
That's
let me
it.
get some soggy salad. Nobody
No.
wants that.
You get the coleslaw,
Right.
and it's like
Yeah.
drenched in
you know what?
mayonnaise.
Church's chicken.
It's worse. I've never been
It's
there.
probably worse, but it's better.
Oh, it's better because it's worse.
Yeah, like it's worse
I've
in a
never
better
been there.
way. Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
been there.
Church-
Maybe I should
Church's
try it
chicken.
next.
Yeah, or Bojangles is another.
Never
one.
been there either.
Then really,
We have
really, do you even junk food? I
know.
feel like you're talking a big game here,
Look,
and then you're like, oh no, hell no.
I know, but also the reason why I love KFC fried chicken is that the meat almost disintegrates. It's like, was this even chicken?
Probably not.
Yeah. But I feel like if I go to Church's or Bojangles, it's gonna feel like it's a chicken. Like
Right.
this is fried.
God
You know what
forbid,
I mean?
right?
Like KFC is just, it's gross.
Right. Yeah.
But I eat it and it's amazing when I do get my bucket.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
So definitely.
Really? Well,
the
yeah,
other
clearly.
option.
Clearly. I mean,
Yeah.
wow. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a light one, whatever. No, I was not ready for the intensity. The intensity that this would produce. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well,
Bojangles. Okay, you go. Which one would you pick?
I would pick healthy and bland. Yeah, all day. Yeah.
Why? Why?
Basketball. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's nothing to say there. Just basketball.
You don't think you could?
No.
You don't think you could-
No.
I mean-
I can't be 400 pounds and dunk. No, I can't.
Just dunk while sitting down. Just become like.
No, that's a different kind of dunking. That's in those sauce packets that you get. That's not the kind of dunking I'm talking
saying
about.
like, imagine becoming the best sitting down dunker.
What are you talking about?
You're just like,
What are you talking about?
I gave up healthy food. So then it's like, all I can do is sit here. I can't run. I can't do anything. But I'm going to still make basketball
Do
life.
you know what dunking is?
It's like where you dunk, right? You throw.
No, you don't.
Take the ball and you dunk it.
But you have to jump.
Oh, okay. I thought when it goes in the basket, it's a dunk.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, whoops.
No, if you're 400 pounds, you can definitely shoot. But you can't.
Oh.
You can't
So
jump.
do that.
You
Who
can't.
cares? Like you'll be fine. At least you'll be eating good food.
Yeah. See, I would much rather. I'll go bland all day long. And,
Just a dunk.
just to play basketball the way I want to.
Look,
yeah, 100.
they can lower the net. And then you can dunk all day.
I just find it funny how much of your life you would adapt to
100%. 100%.
Oh my god! And don't get me wrong, I like food, but I would definitely go that route 100%.
Even if there were other ways, you would go with that.
Yeah.
Is it even an option to go the other way?
To go what unhealthy but tasty?
Yeah.
No, not even close.
Not even. Okay, well then I won't even try.
You won't try to convert me.
I won't try. I mean, it has to be at least a chance,
Right?
There
has to be like a sliver, right? Yeah, no.
at least a tiny little sliver
To convert me over to the dark side
Oh
or
my
the light side, or what
God.
kind of chicken you like. No. That's an easy one for me.
Well, have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
And
fun.
Kate's like, you know what? I don't even know I can still do the podcast with you after that answer.
Have fun shooting and dunking. I'll be sitting on the sidelines just eating my good food.
Oh man, you have to start learning some basketball terminology if your daughter's going to start playing.
She'll tell me. She said in high school she's gonna she might try out for the basketball team. So I'm like, you'll share with me.
Yeah.
That's how I'll learn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving on. I can't believe it.
Moving on. Your turn.
Okay. Would you rather die before
Here we
or
go.
after?
Can you ever pick one that doesn't have die in it? Oh my God. Okay, go
ahead. Before or after your partner?
Wow, Kate.
I mean, it.
Oh wow.
I could have chosen another one, but that's the one that came right there.
Wow.
So, which one?
Oh my God. You know, you're like, oh, I don't want to pick them myself because I'm going to go too dark. And then you find these.
They're hypotheticals.
Are they? Oh, I thought I was picking a real situation here.
Or wait, should I keep this for?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! For the Valentine's Day episode?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You don't want us all
you don't
crying.
Think, you don't think that's Valentine's Day? No. It is a good time. It is a good time to pitch that, though. It's a weird segue, but we are going to have a Valentine's Day episode that we're going to release on Valentine's Day with our respective partners, and they're going to be bringing some of this to the table, some would you rather's and other stuff. But yes, no, I don't think this one is a good one. No,
Okay.
No, this is not a good one for that.
I think it's actually perfect. I think we should skip
I know
it
you
and
do.
I should pick another
I
one.
know you do. I know you do.
That way we could hear their version, like their answers too. Wouldn't you want to know what they pick?
No.
No? At all?
No, not particularly. But not. It's not that I wouldn't want to know. It's just that like, it's just not very. It doesn't seem quite on theme. It seems like kind of the opposite of the theme. Like, you know, maybe Daria might like that theme, or Wednesday, or something like that.
All right. Well, to end this episode, would you?
And that's it. Yeah. Okay. So,
are you sure? Before you answer, are you sure?
Am I sure?
Shouldn't just skip this one and keep it for
that.
that.
You really want to do that, don't you?
No, because we're not picking it anyway. So never mind. Go ahead and answer.
Okay, yeah, they're bringing their work. So anyway, back to this. Would you I'm probably gonna say first. Yeah.
Why?
Why am I not surprised? Oh my goodness. Because I don't want to go through that process. Yeah, I don't want to go through that process. So like, it's like. I feel like, well, I can set things up and then, things will be
done with it.
Things will be good to go. Yeah. I'd rather just not go through that process, but now you're like, man, my goodness. Okay. You know what? From now on, I pick yours too. you don't get to.
Oh, I don't get to pick?
No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
You're like, what? Okay. So which one? Clearly based on your reaction, I think I know which one.
Which one? Which one do you think I would pick?
After.
I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Then why are you acting so shocked when I say before?
So Matu and I, we for the longest time, we always kind of just said that he was going to die first. So that's kind of like the thing. It's like
y'all disagreed on it?
We disagreed on it. He's going to die first.
Okay.
I mean, I have a feeling, and my feelings are always correct. And he has a feeling too. So it's like, if the feelings match, then it's going to happen.
Okay.
Like, he's just going to go before me. Which kind of sucks because that would be hard. But I also feel, but then like, sometimes there's parts of me, when that petty side comes up, I'm like, I wish to go first. And if I would do it, it would be just for no other reason than to be petty. Like, miss
That's
me.
so funny. So so your perspective on it is that would be like a petty thing. My perspective is I'm just trying to avoid pain. And you're like, no, I'm gonna make him feel that shit.
Exactly. If I go first, it's for the reason of him like feeling so sad, and then I could be in heaven just like, aw, I think I mean, I would be sad, but I feel like, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just die together. Does that
I think that's the best, expectation, and then whatever happens happens. But yeah, I don't know how much this conversation will lead to a conclusion that we can actually,
right?
Because if you're like,
nothing...
no, it's going to be him, then I'm kind of scared because I feel like you have a plan.
Yeah, no.
You're like, no. Not a loose
I have
plan.
I have a feeling. Something in me tells me he's gonna go before me. No, but I mean, we've always said it. I think he's gonna go first. He said it. I think I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
So I think he's gonna, like, now it's just ingrained in my mind of like he's going to go first.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I would wish for me to go first.
Right.
So that he can feel the pain of losing me.
I would definitely, so like the selfish part of me would want to go first, and then the unselfish part of me would want to go second. So,
yeah, that's kind of how it works.
Yeah, that would. No, for you it's the you it's the opposite. You're like, no, the selfish part of me would want to go first.
Right. And the unselfish part is like, okay, sure.
Like, yeah, but you're like,
I'll go back.
Okay. Fine, if I have to. Anyway, wow, that was wonderful. That was.
I feel like I would be angry more than sad. Like if he were to go before me, I'd be angry because it's like, now you're leaving.
So are you angry at him now that y'all already agreed that he would go first? Are you already angry at him?
I mean, sometimes. Why do you have to say you're going to go first,
Wow, Kate.
Anyways.
so much going on in your brain.
Here. Okay. A lot. A lot of nothing, to be honest.
Well, that is the podcast, so that's what we're here for. All right. Current event. Once again, you've got the current event because I have been completely out of any type of useful current event. And you said what?
So I said Britney Spears. Current event. I mean, she's been current.
Right. Okay. So what's specific about Britney Spears?
That people think that there's so many things out there about Britney Spears.
Right.
But I think the most current one is that they believe, they being the people of the internet and her fans, believe that she's somewhere. No one knows where she is.
Okay.
But like the person posting on her Instagram is not her.
Okay.
She's held hostage somewhere. Like, no one knows her whereabouts. She went on vacation to Mexico, and then people were like, where is she?
Gotcha.
She is gone. When
did she go on vacation?
I think it was like a couple of months ago, but then they're like, she's in a hotel room near her house. And the Britney Spears that we're seeing on Instagram is a clone, or it's an imposter. It's not like the real Britney Spears.
Okay.
And she's no longer under her family's conservatorship. And she got married to her boyfriend, which is now her husband. And they're like, he's the one that's controlling everything. And there's like a green screen. They're putting green screen behind her. I mean, it's really crazy. They're saying that, hold on, let me gather my thoughts.
Okay.
The most outlandish thing that's being said about Britney Spears is that she's dead, and she's died a long time ago. And that her dad just tried to create this impersonator to be her so that they could keep benefiting off her likeness and keep like taking the money from her, like all of it,
Right. Wow. That's a lot.
And I don't know. Like, all I know is what comes through me when I'm scrolling at 3 a.m. and I go in that like Britney Spears black hole.
This is why your algorithm's so different than mine.
Yeah. And the way that I consume is like, I literally just read the comments, right? And then I'm like, okay, well, if 10 people say that she died, then maybe that could be the truth. Because where would you find the actual truth for this?
I mean, you wouldn't, and I mean, it's kind of suspect if that's like a big conspiracy out there, and she's not addressing it. I don't know. I don't follow Britney Spears on
Right.
Instagram or socials, so
Like, wouldn't you think that she would come out and be like, guys, I'm fine?
yeah. Yeah, well, didn't
And
she do that like oh, this was like 10 years ago or something, and then people were reading into the video and they were like, well, no, somebody told her to do that and she was drugged or something. I don't know. There was like always some stuff behind there, but that was when she was under her dad.
well, I mean, I just also think it's weird that all of a sudden, after like a 15-year or 13 or however long her conservatorship was, that all of a sudden now it's done.
Yeah.
You know, it was like one day, it was like, I'm free, guys. I'm no longer under the conservatorship. And then she got married, but then it's like Selena Gomez, Madonna, she had like 8 people at her wedding. Like, that's weird. Isn't that weird? Also?
Not
Well,
really.
no, I mean, it's not weird, but it just felt off. Like, if you saw the pictures on her Instagram about her wedding, they were all like grainy. But how much of my actual thoughts are just being influenced by what I've been seeing and reading online?
Yeah, seriously,
Like,
in the comments. Well, I don't know. I mean, like, if there was something big like that, or maybe she just wants to hide away from the world. I don't know. I mean,
but then wouldn't you put out a statement and say, "Hey guys,
what would a
thank
statement
you
do?
for caring."
You know, a statement's not going to do anything. A statement could be from anybody. Like, they're just going to say the same thing. That's not her.
That's true.
So if you're doing, like, why even bother put out something and then people being like,
then
that's not her.
Then I think for her to say, like, okay, I'm doing one final thing in real life. Come meet me at this mall at 3:00.
Yeah, and what watch me get a DNA test because you believe that I'm a clone. I mean, come on, like, people are sold on this narrative to a point where, like, what is she going to do to prove that she's her?
Even if it's a DNA test, it's like, it's not real.
Right.
They used to fake Britney. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, at this point, I think, until she comes out with like 6 more albums and does, 3 more tours, I think people are going to be stuck on the idea that that's not her.
I'm going to look up what's the latest on Britney Spears. This is all I use my computer for.
Yeah, well, your search history must be fascinating.
What is the latest on Britney Spears?
And
I mean, how do you just do Britney Spears, right? That's usually what the latest is. You just type in her name.
Yeah, and you'll see what, like, news articles or whatever are there.
What's the most current? Top stories. Britney Spears says she has to tone down the silliness so people don't... Hold on, this is one day ago.
See.
So people don't say she's cray-cray.
What article did you... Where... What is this?
Cinema Blend.
Oh, boy.
And then TMZ said Britney Spears dances for the camera after saying her name's now River Red.
Oh.
Britney Spears showing her Calabasas mansion off market.
So I guess we can kind of say in a way that that poor girl's last appearance was well before she shaved her head, since she kind of went through it. I always felt bad for her because she my gosh, I mean,
I know.
to have like the entire world just staring at you every single it's just a lot. It's a lot.
And like that breakup that she went through with
my
Justin
gosh.
Timberlake. See, so I'm looking at her Instagram right now, and she's posting a dancing video. She said, "Howdy hoedown, tipsy cattle balls. I have no idea what that means. Feeling kooky and silly, but can't act too kooky or silly like kids because they say she cray cray. Either way, I gotta move, so I did. Sharing because I matter, and if every person I call takes 9 rings to answer, you can be certain I might get someone's attention. All that love. Good God, right back at you. I bet this is her. This
This literally sounds like, I feel like you could have written this. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you could have written it. This would have been like one of the messages that you sent me on Instagram, and I'm like, what did she just say? No, it's an idea for RATz. We can.
I bet after I post as my security answers after 2 rings, I'd be alive coming on my horse. But all her comments are off. You can't comment anything anymore. Because people were commenting on her post being like, Britney, are you okay? This isn't the real Britney, blah, blah. And she took all her comments off.
Yeah, that is, I mean, that's special. That's a lot of,
That's special.
yeah, I mean, that is.
All those sentences were like, that's how my mind goes.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I recognized it. I was just like, oh, that's not too far off. I feel like you can have a post like that. But yeah, no, that's a lot. Like I said, she and I feel like she also came up in a time where, like, I feel like there's a certain amount of attention for celebrities in the whole world. And like back in the day, it was almost like 1 to 2 celebrities would get it at a time, get all of it. Nowadays, it's like spread across a lot of different celebrities, right? Where like, okay, you know, Damilo or whatever has millions of people on TikTok that know her, and kids under 15, but other people, like, you know, majority of people don't know her, but she's still super famous. Right. Whereas Britney Spears was just like, it didn't matter what corner of the world that you went into, like people knew her. And that's just a lot. It's a lot. Like, it's a lot. Yeah.
I watched that documentary on her. I think it was on Netflix. And they were, you know, like, you see like how all the paparazzi is all around her. And you're right. It's kind of like how Michael Jackson was. Like, everybody was just on him all over the world.
Yeah, no, it's
And there was
crazy.
no way for the energy to go anywhere else. It's not like, oh, let's go on their Instagram and like flood that, or let's go watch them on TikTok. It's like wherever they were being broadcasted, that's where it was.
Yeah, and everybody knew that person. That was the most important person at that time to everybody in the world. And it was just like, that's just a lot. And I remember Dave Chappelle talking about how, like, you know, we call these people crazy, but, you know, don't you think that, you know, these are smart, strong people that go through this system, and then they come out of it and, you know, and all of a sudden they're crazy. It's like, well, maybe it's not them that's crazy. Maybe it's the process that's crazy that's making them that way. And I mean, like, that's just a lot of...
I mean, I can imagine, right? Like, every like living thing needs space. Yeah. And I feel like if you were to put a animal, human, dog, rat, whatever, in a cage, and you just like constantly, like, you'd go crazy. Everybody, like, rat would go crazy, dog would go crazy, human would go crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't matter how expensive your house is. A helicopter can go over it. People can crowd around it. People can jump over the fence. Like, you are just never okay. You're never by yourself. And that level,
and like the assumptions that people make too when you just do one normal human thing. You know what I mean?
Then it's like, okay, then, because you know, you were telling me, like, you want people to like you, like, that's important to you. Like, at that level, you have zero control over the narrative ever. Like, there's just nothing. Like, at a lot of levels, you can control the narrative. When you're like nobody, you know, you can kind of control the narrative a lot more. When you're semi-famous, you can control the narrative. But like, when you're her, like, no, you're sleeping. You know how long you sleep. You know how long you're awake. You know, people look at the lights. Like, there's trackers. Like, it's crazy. So,
do you think, like, would it be possible to, when you get to that level, you know, of like, okay, obviously it doesn't matter anymore whether people like me or not because I can't control the narrative. I might as well just play the part, right? Yeah. Like, if everybody's already calling me crazy, might as well just act crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would fall into that. But like, again, I feel like now it's different because, you know, I don't think that there's even the capability of the same degree of fame. Because it's just so spread across. We're like, you know, what's the hottest movie star right now?
I don't even know.
There's like so many different people that like it's spread across people. So you're going to recognize this person, or you're going to know who that person is. And, you know, The Rock can have 100 million people on Instagram, but like, it's still not the degree of attention that she had back in the day. Like, it didn't matter whether you were 10, or you were 60, you knew
Oh,
her.
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And you wanted to know what she was up to.
Yeah.
And all, yeah.
So, I mean, that's just a huge amount that I feel like, because it's gotten easier to get famous, you just don't get that concentrated. You don't get as much. You still get a lot, but not as much. So it's just, yeah. So I don't know where she is. I don't know that we even want to throw out another conspiracy out into the world. It seems like they're all covered.
I know. I just hope that she's okay,
Yeah.
right? Like, just from a human perspective, like, I just hope that she's okay, and that for all of the people who are legitimately worried about her, like, because, you know, fans can get really crazy.
Oh yeah.
And so I feel like there's people out there who are like actually anxious and worried about her, and you know, trying to figure out. So I wish for those people too to get like some sort of peace from her, whether she turns her comments back on or says that she's okay, you know.
Yeah. No, I mean, those comments,
like, let her live her life. Let her be at peace without people, just because no one has seen her either. Like, no paparazzi has seen her since her trip to Mexico.
And that's pretty crazy. Because, you know, those people are everywhere. You saw it in the Kate, that we talked about it with Kate and not Kate. Megan and Harry, and like how the neighbors were being paid to turn their own house cameras into the other yard. Like,
I know,
that's insane.
I just also can't imagine people caring to that degree.
You know what I mean? But, like, they don't have to care. It's the money they can make. And what's funny is, like, so, I mean, you know, like $10,000 is a lot of money, but for the kind of things that these people are willing to do, 10,000 does not seem like that much, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, like, okay, you're...
Like, I would just never want to contribute to someone's, like, declined mental state.
No,
you know, and that's essentially what you're doing when you're a paparazzi or when you care that much.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if you're like, oh, hey, you know, there's this person, like, let me talk to them, ask them a few questions, fine, whatever, that comes with it. But like, and to the people that, you know, because I knew some people that'd be like, oh, well, they're famous, that's what they get. And I'm like, you're just jealous because they have money, first of all. That's really it. Like, that's not the price.
Famous, there's no reason for you to like be that obsessed.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
like, that's not a price that you're famous and you're rich now, that you all of a sudden like owe people every aspect of your life. Like, it's just you know. So I think that's a big piece. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what the next few years, if we hear from her, if we. Because I know the conservatorship was a big deal when that ended, and that was like a big kind of Britney Spears thing. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what's next.
Yeah,
we will see.
Ask Justin Timberlake if he's seen it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people are saying, and everyone's saying, like, it's crazy how even people who were close to her do know her are silent on everything.
Yeah,
you know. So I don't know. Who knows? I mean, if she did die, what would you say? Oh, she died 10 years ago. You wouldn't do that, right? So you would fake her death in some way.
Wow, that's pretty strategic. Okay.
But you would fake the fake death.
Right. No, I got what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe, but I'm like, but see, all that like for that not to have come out, I mean, where would it have happened? That's the big thing, because that's public record in the States.
Yeah.
If it's in the States, it's public record. So, I mean, I don't know how many Britney Spears there are, but you should be able to find that if that was the case. So, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. We'll see. I just hope she's okay. You know, like, I just hope she's okay.
That's the conclusion, is that RATz hopes that Britney Spears is okay.
It's okay. Yes. Like, at least let's send out the energy that we're helping and not, you know what I mean?
There you go. Exactly.
Send good vibes.
Good vibes from the RATz podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So you have mentioned something to me about the end of the podcast.
Oh yeah, doing an outro?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going to pre-record it and then add it at the end.
Oh, okay. I thought we would say it each time, but that's fine too.
Go ahead. You want to say it?
I got to remember what it was. I was putting it on you.
So we'll record it and then we'll post it.
Okay, so
you'll hear the outro on the next episode.
There you go. No, you'll hear it on this episode, but like after we're done talking.
This episode. Yeah, exactly.
So
for now,
yes.
Have a good one. See you next week.
Enjoy our new outro.
Good vibes. Yeah.
That's it for this podcast episode.
Thank you so much for listening to our random ass thoughts.
To keep the conversation going, join us on social.
And if you have a friend that needs a chill pill or a laugh,
send them this podcast too. See you next week.